I got will never stop. I give it all. Straight to the top, will never stop. I give it all. All that I have, I let it be. Cause nobody's better than me. What do you see? Give it all.
Gaming Champions. Welcome to another podcast with the champions of Tabletop. I am your host, Matt, joined by the boys. As always, we've got Shay over in his camera over there. You know how he loves his. We've got Dion over in his camera over there looking like Dion does. And
it's my face.
That radio.
That's my face.
It's that radio face you got there. So, gentlemen, how are you doing today? What's new this week?
Look, what's new is that we have good mics. Like the mics are working, and I'm so happy. Like I'm gonna take a moment to just appreciate myself because it's working now. Okay, there we go. That's me. I had a moment.
This is why we really debated if we should give Shay
such a bad call.
Technological control.
Such a bad call.
That's me. Sometimes
Let's put Shay behind that. That's smart.
It is very smart.
Yeah, how you doing today?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, just wonderful. Great week, great day.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful day, great to be alive.
We can't say that that's part of Grapevine. We don't have that rights.
They're closed.
They're closed. They're mine.
It's beautiful downtown.
It's beautiful beautiful downtown Kalamazoo. Great day to be alive. Oh, that's something that only 5 of y'all will understand.
Yeah, 5 people. 5 people that live around this way.
Well, 40% of our audience does reside in Europe. So thank you to all of you overseas.
No clue. Hey!
Because we like
Kalamazoo
Euro
is a place.
games.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's all a conversation of Euro.
Yeah, I've mentioned Lacerda enough times. They're like, we love that guy.
Yeah, YouTube is like, they must be from Europe.
Yeah, okay.
Look, is that your AI voice?
Yes, it is.
That has way more passion. No, it doesn't. Because
thank you, Shay.
No, never mind.
Okay.
That ChatGPT 4.0. Oh, that's it. We are
really good.
We're at the end game. Anyway, what?
Well, before this episode goes on, I'm going to say happy birthday to somebody who's not going to see this because she doesn't watch and support the channel. That is my wife. So happy birthday to my
awesome.
wife.
You know what? I'm gonna keep going.
She should at least follow.
Yeah,
we need to subscribe her.
No, she does follow.
Okay,
she just doesn't follow.
I told my wife just go on and hit the subscribe button, help her brother out. So
with that said, I guess I should also say happy birthday to my wife who doesn't even follow.
Oh wow. Wow.
So happy birthday to you. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna do the adventure book that you don't know, but when this comes out, you do.
Well, I'll give you an idea. So for my wife's birthday, we just did this weekend, and it was probably the dumbest idea I've ever had. But I shared it with Dion earlier. I learned Adobe Audio.
Yeah.
Or no, Audition. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I made a 4-minute audio recording of like me talking with a bunch of background stuff. And then I put some Mission Impossible music behind it. And I read a letter written like it and gave her a mission. And the mission was that she got 10 minutes to go through Barnes & Noble and get whatever books that she wanted.
That's brilliant.
It would have been better if it was like go through Voss Media and pick out whatever games you want.
Then she wouldn't have got anything.
It would have been in that loss.
Maybe that's what she does for your birthday.
Yeah, I mean, I would have worked, been way better for me.
Okay, all right.
But she did well. I think she walked out with like 20 books.
Nice.
So
That's how you do it.
Well, it didn't feel as good. But,
I mean, not to you, but the feeling was better for her, and that's what it meant. That's why we're doing I'm doing this adventure book. We got a book. It's like on TikTok and all that stuff. Yeah. And you don't know actually what you're going to do, but you have
thing you take a picture doing it,
and then so we're gonna do that.
Listen, both of you are making me look really bad right now.
So I think your wife doesn't watch.
I'm gonna need you to take it down a couple steps because it's not looking good for me. By the way,
you're right.
Happy birthday, dear! I'm going to work. That's usually how it's been the last few years
for Dion. So
that's right.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything. Nope.
It's because we're taking.
It's not that I don't love you. It's just I apparently can't make Dion.
Yes, you can't make me look bad.
Yeah,
I need you to break it down here. You can do it. Just don't brag about doing it.
I did it
where everybody else knows it.
That's fair. That's fair. I can't brag about you, love.
No,
okay.
Don't brag about you, love. She is pretty damn amazing.
She's very amazing.
You should brag about her a little bit.
That's why I said what I said.
Wow. She deserves 20 birthday parties putting up with you, Shay.
Legitly,
like in a row.
In a row. No, because
every month.
No, what she deserves is O'Shea, because O'Shea was good. He did like a 6-day birthday thing where every day it was something different, and like at the end he had a whole big box of her favorite candy.
Oh, that's cool.
And her favorite books, and it was just so great. I've been hating that, bro. ever since that day. Because I cannot. Anyway.
Can't compete with O'Shea.
Can't compete with
O'Shea was here. You're down here.
I'm still.
Yeah,
that's the problem of setting things high.
Yeah, you got to
I was
outdo it.
young and stupid. That's what happened.
Yeah.
We would do
We've
a
all been there.
we would do a 12 days of Christmas thing where I was giving her a gift a day or something. So it was always out.
Yeah.
She really enjoyed that, but I haven't done that in a while. So I've been a really bad husband. That's what happens when you're married 29 years now.
See, I don't
Together 28, 29 years. And
I don't have that excuse. I was been like 9 years. About to be, it's about to be 10 next year.
revive it.
Revive it. Sweet.
So with that, happy birthday to all the wives
Yes.
of the champions of tabletop. So
Yes.
this week, we're going to thank our partners, of course, Voss Media Board Game Cafe in Galesburg, Michigan. And then also, we're going to thank Pegasus Spiel Games, who's been partnering with us this month.
They're amazing.
We'll eventually have a play video of Pegasus Spiel game out there for you to consume once we figure out how to do wireless microphones.
Yeah.
We won't go into
We
the
won't
failed
go into
videos
it.
of that. So we want to save that. Before we get into industry news this week, I do want to say also, we're going to be working on something. I'm going to put something together, try to incentivize us, because we're about to hit 300 subscribers.
Yes, we are.
And I want to push us to 500 subscribers as
what you
quick as
thinking?
possible. So we're going to have a giveaway that we're going to do. And we are. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to do some giveaway stuff to try to incentivize us, and it's going to require subscribers and make sure they comment on videos.
Okay.
So that way we can try to get.
So if you haven't yet, subscribe.
Yes.
And if you have subscribed, share with a friend that will subscribe.
Right.
Yep.
Thank you.
We're going to have an awesome giveaway.
Ring that bell. I will have that sound next time. Ring that bell.
Yeah, exactly. So we know about 87% of you who watch do not subscribe. So it means the world to us if you could take that into account. So with that said, gentlemen, let's move on to industry news. All right.
That's the sound.
Is that?
Yeah, you like that?
I loved it. That's amazing. I don't know what that
What
is.
else?
Okay,
You don't like that?
we're just it's on you.
You don't like
there
that?
you go. Go
Just
ahead.
you. Do
This is
you?
it. Do you?
Well, I did.
Okay.
I don't know that you guys liked it though.
It was it was a so interesting news.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't have it ready?
No, I do have it ready.
Oh, well, then-
The first one is going to be Pixelborn. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Pixelborn was a fan-made love letter to the game of Lorcana, which of course we know is a fan favorite of this channel, especially
He's talking about me.
that guy right there. So Pixelborn was created by one individual. I mean, it took a lot of ingenuity because these kind of fan websites are hard to pull off. But Pavel Kolev did a phenomenal job of creating this website that put together some incredible matchmaking, queue systems, keeping records, so that way people could bring a digital form of Lorcana together. And especially in our world today, where it's so fast paced, it's hard for people like me to get to game stores to play games. You know, I've always been a big fan of sites like this that help me play games I love with people at my convenience. And what was really impressive about Pixelborn was it was a site that he didn't take any profits from. It was a site that he actually, in fact, after all of his costs were covered, he donated to charities. I think he donated to Make-A-Wish Foundation, Save the Children, Doctors Without Borders. So it's not like he was really even profiting from this. It was something he did for the love of Lorcana, and then also was benefiting some charities with the excess. So overall, he did a phenomenal job, even putting together tournament prize pools. The most interesting part of the story, and then we'll get to your opinions on this, was the fact that not only was it so well received by the fans, it was received incredibly well by Ravensburger, to the point where they even used it for some of their tournaments. And then Mickey the Mouse came through and dropped the hammer, the ban hammer,
Mickey the Mouse,
the legal hammer, and said, "Not today, son." And they decided to pull the website after a very strongly worded letter to him, basically saying, "You will not do this any longer." So he has decided to pull it. He is going to try to relaunch it as a new server that will basically allow for visual online play with people with the online matchmaking stuff that he created within his Pixelborn server and software. So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on the story of Pixelborn?
I'm just gonna take it from here. I have some heavy thoughts. So, working at a game store really made me think of this as different things, because like the retail side is okay. People are not playing online. We can get some more people in the store, maybe get more products, because we can all have that location, the high of opening stuff, and that's good, and that will help local board game stores. I agree with that, and I'm like 100% with that. Pixelborn is one of the reasons why Lorcana grew, because like in set 1, they didn't have product. Like it was like shortage of it because they didn't think people wanted a Goofy. I'm still looking at you. Anyway, y'all did good this time. Anyway, but they didn't have product. And so he made this thing. And a lot of people, like, that's how they found the love of the game. They found the love of the game because they couldn't get it physically. So they did it digitally. And then, as you said, he donates all the proceeds, all things, and he has it like for his Patreon. Like he has us vote for it, so he's not even like picking. He's making sure the people who he probably put a vote down to it, but he's letting the people pick it. And so it's like, I understand legally. He even said it. We knew it was gonna last. We knew this, but I think, like, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think they need to recognize that platform and what he's did really helped bring Lorcana to people. And so, and a lot of creators are going to be done with it, because I mean, a lot of creators can't do like what they do, because now they got to do like buy 100 million packs to get like those jank decks they want to do, or something that's fun, because they have. And so there's a lot of people who are like not worried. There are a lot of people who like won't be able to do it how they've been doing it because of that, which, well,
give it time.
Good. Yeah, and give it time and just give people. But that's how I feel. I am. Yes, that's me. I got more, but we can talk about it later.
My view is more of an entrepreneur, right? I respect what he did, what he built. That's not easy to do. So that's nice to do. He built a community, which is, again, hard to do. He did do it with an IP he didn't own. So he kind of, in the back of his mind, he always was just waiting to receive that letter, right? You had to be. So the fact that they shut him down, I don't see anything wrong with that. I see that's what happens when you go and take somebody else's game and you make it digitally without their permission. And even though you weren't profiting off of it, you were still providing a service that they did not approve or agree with, right? They probably did, or I guess, agree with it or approve it. But anyway, that you can't go take, especially Disney, right? Like you can get away with some, but you can't go. You don't win against. You don't win against it. You can't go take Disney's IP and be like, I'm doing this, right? So
I've tried to claim Ronald McDonald. It's mine. It's intellectual property.
That doesn't work. Doesn't work. So, like I said, part of me completely feels Disney's in the 100% right. Ravensburger's in the 100% right with a cease and desist. What he's trying to do now, I respect the fact that he just didn't crush it all down and be like, oh, my work gone to hell. I had a couple problems with the article I was reading. Like, I poured my heart and soul in it. Yeah. You can't pour your heart and soul into somebody else's work and then and be upset when it's taken. So I don't know if he's really upset about it or not. But I'm assuming he's not happy about it.
I would say like coding all that, because I don't know if you do coding all that, like, yes, and actually having it all work.
But that's not
like
where
he put some stank into it.
I understand, but
that's what I'm saying.
You took somebody else's. I can't put all my but I can't brew my own beer and then go, I'm going to put bells on it. I can't do that. That's illegal.
But that's what I'm saying.
All the work of the brewing still matters.
That doesn't mean anything about the heart and soul of it. But you
had to know. You had to know putting that work. Yeah, you had to know that was going to last.
That's what I'm saying.
You were just waiting for that letter to come through.
Well, you know what?
So I think the value he has is turning it into that online thing that lets people compete against each other and still has some value there. I think what I would do, and we talked about this kind of a little bit before the show. If I was him, I've been in software 15 years of my life before I started this board game shop. He has code. He has something built. He has a system built. Take it to Fantasy Flight. Take it to Bandai and say, hey, I've got this already done. What game are you struggling with? We can build a community around it. Let's work together and actually get paid for his work. Right.
And I agree. It's kind of like hackers, hackers are a great example of a group of people who a lot of times aren't hacking because they necessarily want to do anything nefarious. They're hacking because they want to prove what they can do. And that's almost like their resume in a weird way. And I think that what you're saying, Dion, is right. Is to me, it's not wasted time as long as you put it towards showing companies, this is what I can do. And you actually brought up, I think you brought up the perfect company to talk to would be Fantasy Flight Games, because I'll bring up one TCG that I think from day one, the first set that came out for Keyforge, because Keyforge to me is the perfect brand.
I don't think that's Fantasy Flight.
It used to be.
Oh, it used to be. Yeah.
When it first came out, Fantasy Flight Games.
But now they've got a group that gets together, like that small group. Go after them. They're trying to push their community. They're trying to grow it. Go after Keyforge. Because
one of the things with Keyforge is it is the perfect game because every deck is unique, that you could easily, like Pokemon, put a little QR code in your deck that you buy.
They already
scan
do.
that
you
in.
Scan it.
And then boom, your deck is there. So it encourages buying the physical card to get the decks. And then it helps game stores, but it still lets, because again, day one Keyforge I was in, and I probably bought 400 decks trying to find this stupid 4 Horsemen deck. So for those OG Keyforge guys, you know what I'm talking about, the 4 Horsemen. Never got one, which infuriated me. But the point is that I kept thinking to myself, man, I'd love to play these decks. I don't have a community to play. I don't have anywhere to play. Why can I not just scan this in and play my deck that I just got in this box online too? There is no game better set for that. So if I was him, I would go with this revitalization of Keyforge.
I mean, Pixelborn is now, I read 3 separate articles. He's had 3 articles wrote about him. Like just that I read. I imagine there's probably more out there. So now he's already created a brand, which is Pixelborn, right? Now he can go to these other places.
The smaller TCGs.
Go to, I mean, even Bandai, go to Bandai and be like, hey, Japanese, you want something over here? We got something for you, right? Like what you're releasing Union Arena. Do you want them to build decks ahead of time and learn how to play? Hey, bam, it's here. Like it's available. We can advertise it and push all of the software, the servers, everything's ready to roll. And he has proof
the matchmaking. The matchmaking is critical.
I think, I agree. Matchmaking is hard to do. And if he's done a good job and those things are difficult. I worked for S2 Games for 3.5 years, and we struggled with our matchmaking with 400,000 users. I mean, to get them, people were complaining all the time. Well, I'm playing 2 guys too hard, too easy, whatever. I mean, it was constant. So, what was MOBA? They complain all the time anyway. But modding, what I do at best is modders, right? In today's age of modding is you take something and you make it better. They don't really pay for it. They usually download it. And then if you like it, go give the guy some cash for his time, right? And most modders don't do what he has done and said, hey, I'll even invest that money into something else, which is awesome that he's willing to do that. Kudos, because I would have definitely put it in my pocket.
But if you would have put it in the pocket, then he would have got the,
we got the cease and desist anyway.
Yeah, but
so at least he didn't make any money on it.
With Disney, he got it with Disney. It wasn't Ravenberger who did it. It was Disney who did it. And so, like you said before, like Ravenberger, he was good with it. So I think, like I said, we all know, we all know, he couldn't.
Yeah, it was going to be sooner or later.
It was going to be sooner or later.
Well, he's got a good proof of concept. He's got something out there. Yeah. Take it, run with it, throw it somewhere else, and make it beautiful.
A community with him that would be like, oh, you're doing this? Oh yeah, we got you. So like, so that's what it is.
And you have to imagine that, especially Disney is looking at Wizards of the Coast. And they're looking at Blizzard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they look at the financial windfall like Magic has had with Magic Arena. And obviously Hearthstone has been a $1 billion company for a long time.
Over 50% of their profits now are online sales in Magic.
Right. And here's where I'm scared for like the local community. Because you also know that, Magic kind of do it. But you know how MTG Arena came around and now a lot of people didn't want to play Magic like in the store because we had it
And like,
But it's not just the difference is that it's not just that caused it though. It was the
COVID.
fact that COVID had a lot to do with it. Hit about the same time. Also,
Wizards.
it was Wizards. No matter what, even with board gaming, right? They've got places for you to go play board gaming right now and play it just as good. In fact, it'll teach you how to play, which is most of the time better than coming in and listen to me bumble through the rules, right? It depends on the game. But anyway, they have, so you can do that at any time by selecting your ability to do so. I think that it hasn't decreased gameplay. It's only made it bigger. So I'm always for,
That's fair.
I applaud the guy for going, I want more lower kind of players. Product's hard to get. Let me do this. Knowing damn well, if I copy this card, I'm gonna get slapped sooner or later. And he knew that the whole time. He had to, or he's an idiot. One of the other.
No,
He had to know. So, I like I said, again, applaud the guy. I think he's amazing. I think the fact that he's pushing it forward is amazing. I think the fact that he donated, because I don't think I would have done that route. I would have made as much money as I could, as quickly as I could off of it. But that's just me personally as an entrepreneur.
Can he move over to Star Wars Unlimited for a little bit?
Like, could he please?
Since there's zero product
no,
there.
seriously. Could you please contact Fantasy Flight and do something like that? Because they do have a system right now, not Fantasy Flight, but they do have a, I can't remember the name. It's like Red Table or something weird like that. It's another modder who has taken it, but you can only play against AI. There's no matchmaking system.
It's kind of
it's
busted.
very it's busted, but still
it gets the job done.
Anyway, I mean, we can move on, but I think we beat this one. But I wish him best of luck, man. I think it's great that he did it, and
I personally thank him.
but I'm not crying for him either. Just so we're clear.
But I don't think that was it. I think we were just.
I mean, I'm not sad that it's gone either.
Well,
but I am sad it's gone though. I'm definitely sad.
Yeah, it's definitely good to be sad, but I also think it's probably a sign of what's to come. Of
Because they didn't have it.
Yeah.
You notice they didn't
official.
do that. Hold on, but this is another thing too. They were released last October, was it? September, October? No, it was August. Last August they released, right? Coming right out of Gen Con, right? It was last August.
Yeah.
So they released Lorcana last August. And they didn't hit him for 9 months, 10 months.
Exactly. Because and they didn't hit him. And again, Ravensburger didn't hit him. Disney hit him. Because Ravensburger knew that they couldn't get product out too quickly.
It's probably they're at the point where they're looking at doing that, and then they're like, we got to stop everybody who's doing it. And then everybody wants it, so we'll bring it to them.
And their stock has been so depreciated. They need every sale that they can get right now.
Right.
Like it's anyway,
Perfect.
Yeah.
What was the next?
So, with that though, we'll kind of wait and see what happens with Pixelborn and the creator, and then see what happens with Lorcana with online. I'm sure we'll see something with that soon. So, with that said, we'll go ahead and for the second topic of this week's industry news, we have a lot of some interesting games being released here that I wanted to bring up. I wanted to go into one. I am so freaking excited about this release. Dion, I don't think you've played Radlands yet, but we're
I have.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay, I love Radlands.
Yeah, 2-player card game.
Yeah.
I've
by
played it.
Roxley.
Yep.
So
I sold
Radlands,
a few copies here.
So Radlands is going to be coming out with something that they said that they would never do, and that is going to be an expansion called Cult of Chrome, which is going to include 32 new camps, and it's going to have 10 rebalanced replacement cards to help shift the meta a little bit with the game. And the reason I'm so excited about this,
I'm sorry.
We were here.
Listen,
go ahead, Dion. You know what to say.
I'll never do this, and then you do it.
And a game who is popular is not going to make an expansion to try to make more money.
that's what they said.
I know.
They said they were never going to
Who is
expand
this?
it.
Pixelborn? No, I'm just kidding. Keep going. Back to the subject. Sorry, go ahead.
So this is why this one's such a big deal to me, because I genuinely feel that I had probably at least 75% to do with this.
Okay, you're full.
Oh, here we go. Okay.
Because last year at Gen Con,
So that's a quick show. Thanks everybody for coming out today.
And I'm going to make sure that this.
Remember to click the.
Shay, I'm going to make sure you have this picture so you can post it right now.
Okay. Yeah.
I met the creator of this, Daniel Heichnick. And I said to him, I walked up, we went eyeball. Are you zooming on me? Is this my camera? Is this my camera?
This is your camera.
Okay, thanks, Shay.
Yep.
I said, Danny boy. Oh, Danny boy. I said, I have a 9-year-old son who loves your game. And the only thing he asked me when I came to Gen Con this year was one thing, Danny. Danny boy. He said, Dad, tell him we need more Redlands. And Danny looked me in the eye. We made eye contact. He said, probably not. And I have no doubt in my mind that he went home that night with one solid tear going down his cheek and said, how can I let that 9-year-old down? And the answer was he couldn't.
Actually,
and I'm
what
sure
happened
he
is
got
his
to
publisher
work.
goes, hey, the checks are starting to slow down a bit. You might want to make an expansion to that very successful game
That's
you
not
just
the,
did.
not the story in my head,
I
D.
swear I'm gonna make a scene of just me and Dion looking at each other when you talk. Like,
Oh my
the
God.
conversation we just had was amazing.
With our eyes, like this guy over here.
So the number one game on BGG's hot list right now, Radlands,
it
Cult of
deserves it, yeah.
Chrome.
Okay.
And just
Yeah,
remember out there, you're welcome.
Well, all I'm gonna say is that I haven't played it yet. I want to.
I
know I want to.
It's good. Jay, it's such a good game.
It's a decent game.
I know I
It's
want
decent.
to.
I won't be like,
Oh my
It's
God,
such a-
I've
it's
seen
such a
it.
good
I've seen
game.
it.
It's such a good
I've
game.
seen it played.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
good.
I
It's good.
wanted.
It's just
I
not a-
almost bought it when it was there, and then I waited too long, and I didn't.
They have
get
it for a reprint, the deluxe version, which if you're going to buy it, you got to buy the deluxe version because it comes with play mats that
yeah, that's
are
the play mats I sold. Yeah. I
yeah,
sold
the
this
play
play
mats are
They're
beautiful,
nice.
and it comes with a nice solid acrylic token. So $70.
So
It's-
what?
See, that's why
Yeah.
you almost had me.
Yeah,
you
him.
almost
Had him until
me.
the price
I
drops.
can't lie to you.
I don't want you to lie to me. I'm pretty sure you don't lie to me. You know how I feel about justification. Give me the space. I can give me the base. I can get the extra
But
flavor.
He doesn't want to pay the extra for the sleeves.
You right.
There's no sleeves with it.
That's what I'm saying. He
That's
doesn't
what
want to
I'm
pay the
saying.
extra
I
to
don't
get
think-
sleeves to put it. Sleeve it in.
Because then
Oh, you got to sleeve that game.
See, I'm see.
you got to.
see,
That's a
I
sleeving
don't
game.
sleeve my favorite game. You think I'm gonna sleeve that game?
Yeah, that's true.
That's a foolish decision.
Is it?
Absolutely.
Well,
Because if you damage a card, then you can automatic because you
that's
pull
a whole. That's
'cause
a
you
whole
pull from
tabletop
a-
thing.
no,
We-
yeah,
we-
'cause
we-
you
we
pull
can't-
from
we're not even there
a-
yet. We're not even there yet.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you pull from a community pile, so there would be a competitive advantage if you were aware of like a little nick or a little ding on a card. It would give you a competitive advantage. So I think sleeving is a critical thing in a game like that.
You know what? Fair enough, and I respect your opinion.
I mean, it's just objectively true.
So do you have
So-
more on that list?
I was sharing an amazing story that I changed the world for the better, and how dare you? How dare you?
Thanks everybody
Good
for
day.
coming out tonight. And
Good day.
remember.
I believe I said good day.
Oh my God, we talked about you doing yelling. Okay.
Hey, you know, I can't help it. Get a little fired up. Another one coming out. The Seventh Citadel is getting a reprint. Seventh Citadel is one of the all-time great solo campaign card games. Dion, have you played Seventh Citadel?
no, because it's a solo game.
Yeah, you asked the wrong
remember?
person.
I
You
have friends.
You
No, I created a board game shop so I didn't have to play solo games.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well,
I literally was about to send him.
well,
that he
Seventh Citadel is obviously is a second edition to Seven Continent, which was a very well received game. Seventh Citadel just got released on Kickstarter last year after a very long Kickstarter campaign, one that upset quite a few people. So it's interesting. They're already putting a reprint out there, but it's definitely one that I'll be picking up. And I mean, it's got an 8.7 on Board Game Geek, very well thought of. Like I said, a lot of different paths that you can take as you go down your journey through that. So definitely one to check out. Grim Coven comes out on GameFound this week. That was one that we talked about with Awaken Realms next. This is going to be the next chunky boy, big miniature game coming from Awaken Realms. This is the one, Dion, that is kind of a little bit of an arena boss battler, 1 to 4 players, kind of a Victorian look to it. The one character that they've shown quite a bit is the gunslinger, and in classic Awaken Realms fashion, the minis are absolutely stunning. We'll have some pictures of that.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully.
We'll post them.
We'll get them there. We'll get them there. But I'm. This is what I'm excited about. I don't think I'm gonna get it because if I'm gonna get an Awaken Realms game, it's going to be Nemesis.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Let's be real.
We're gonna get the Nemesis all in everything we've ever made
No,
for
of
like
course not.
$5,000.
Of course. Who are you talking
Did you see?
to?
Did you see that one?
Who are you talking
That
to?
could be on our
I
eBay
don't
list.
even get like the all in on my favorite game. Why do you think, good sir? But I do want to play it, and I think it is interesting that they are trying to make a boss battler. Like that's what I want to do. I want to play it and see how they do it. because I want to see a good boss battler.
Yeah. And it's also going to have a campaign to it, which I think is great to give a little more value other than just, go in, fight in the arena and then do it again. So, I'm one who, again, likes campaigns. I'm always a sucker for the campaign games. So on. Next one we're going to bring up is one that I think we'll wrap up with, that I think kind of is an interesting conversation. Star Wars Deck Builder is going to be coming out with a new expansion, the Clone Wars edition made by Fantasy Flight Games. This is going to be a standalone.
About time.
You can combine it with the original, but it does not require the original. It's going to have 90 new cards. 30 are going to be Republic. 30 are going to be the Separatist, and 30 will be neutral cards. And then one of the big things that they're highlighting is the exile mechanic, which had some questionable opinions on. They're going to absolutely rework that one, so that way it'll be a little bit more palatable for players. So those are the big things. So it kind of leads in, Dion, as a store owner, I'm just curious, especially coming from Fantasy Flight Games, who has failed to provide any sort of product for the biggest card game they've ever had, called Star Wars Unlimited. Is there a market for this?
The name is Star Wars Limited now. We changed it. It's Star Wars Limited. Because if you can get your hands on it, it's limited.
It's limited. I got a box I can sell you.
Yeah, right. Might as well. Now's going to be the best time. And then it's only going to go down from here. So yeah, there's a market for it. Some people like me don't like TCGs. I like Star Wars Unlimited, or Limited is now we changed it. But I also enjoyed their deck builder game that they had. I thought it was fun to see the characters. I think the art is done better than the Star Wars Unlimited. They released it a while back, and they said, "Oh, don't worry, we're gonna have expansions and grow." And it's been a while. It's been, I want to say, almost at least a year and a half since that was released, and I was expecting more. Like, I was expecting them to give me more releases to go with this, because I enjoy it. I thought it was a fun little deck builder game. It was back and forth. I like the fact that the cards come out. We both have ability to take those cards or destroy them in the river. I liked that. I like the fact you pick your base and then 3 underneath, and that you can hide the other 2 abilities that you're going to have when they reveal the base. So sometimes it's like, I destroyed the base. Crap. Now you got this ability.
Right.
So I loved the push and pull. They could have done away with the little force thing on the side that you moved back and forth. I thought that was ridiculous. But the rest of the game I enjoyed. I thought, in a world of all the deck builders that are flying out, especially with Renegade, they got all those license, and they put out like My Little Pony, G.I. Joe, all of the 80 cartoons that I fell in love with, the Power Rangers one from the 90 cartoons. I mean, they got all these IPs, the Hasbro IPs, and they were just plopping them out.
Just to give you some information, 2023 was when the game came out.
The original?
The original.
It was a while ago. It felt like
it might have been early. I don't see that.
Might have been early 2023,
but it was 2023. So
yeah, I want to say it was about a year and a half ago. It might even have been. It might have been just a year ago. So maybe it's just one of those things that we didn't get any information about what's coming. They were just like, "Hey, we're going to do more." And then then all of a sudden they were like, "Here's Star Wars Unlimited," and I was like, "Oh, so you're done with this or what?"
Right. It felt a little confusing.
But some of us who don't want to go out and spend a ton of money buying cards, cracking packs. I love the feeling of cracking packs. Don't get me wrong, because you get the cool stuff and you're like, oh, look what I got. But for those of us that don't have the funds to do so, or can do it, like for instance, and I know we just talked about this, but Ravensburger is releasing a boxed game called The Gateway. And it's already up for pre-order. I've got a few for the store. But what it is they start you off with a deck that each of you play, and then you open packs to add to that deck that changes the deck as you're playing it. And so you still get the benefit of opening decks, but everything's in the box. Like, it's done. Everything's there.
Awakened Realms Dragon Eclipse is doing that too.
Yeah. And I like that. I like the fact that I can buy everything I need, one purchase, boom, done. And then you will come out with expansions, the living card game situation.
Yeah.
Like the what is it, Arkham Horror or whatever, they did it. Yeah, that is amazing how they do that.
And
Marvel,
I want a hero. That's the bread and butter of fantasy,
right?
The bread and butter of Fantasy Flight Games is Arkham, Marvel, and Lord of the Rings.
So if they would have done an LCG, a living card game with Star Wars, that'd have been amazing to me, because I want Han Solo, I'll go out and buy him, and they had a pack of everything I need there, and I could play. But those are both cooperative games where this is a competitive. But I love it. I think there's a world for it. I think it's amazing. I enjoy the game. I don't think it's one of the worst deck builders I've played. And I'm excited to play this new one.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't see. We know the sale of a Shay and certain IPs, but I am happy that people are getting what they want. I think that it was worrisome. I agree with you, especially with the fact that Star Wars Unlimited, limited. My bad.
Yeah, Star Wars Unlimited. We changed the name.
We changed the name, but because I know how bad that was at, and so I think this is a good move for them. I think that they are definitely listening to more of the fans, where there's some IPs that don't listen to the fans, and I don't want to talk about a certain miniature game, but I'm happy that they are.
Well, I don't know if they're listening to the fans or this was just always in play, right?
Yeah.
As the only problem I have with it is if they're using the same printer that they use for Unlimited, they need to stay. They need to find a different
quality
printer.
was very poor.
No, I'm talking about like don't slow up Unlimited.
You're talking about Limited. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Limited. Star Wars Limited. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I was confused.
No, and I actually like the art from that one a lot better. I like the art from the deck builder. I think
Yeah.
better.
I didn't like the card quality of the deck builder. That's why I was saying that.
Oh, the card
It
quality.
just, I don't know. It just
You didn't like the
feel-
card quality?
Yeah, no. Like I said, that's one of those little tactile things. And again,
Yeah.
it's a
No, I
it's a me
understand.
thing.
I
It's a
understand.
me thing. I
It
get
is.
it. Cost. I get all of that. But I'll tell you what. When you have some of those, like again, Chip Theory games, I'll bring them up again. Their quality of card is so stinking good, and I wish everybody would do it. And I get it. It's all about cost. But man, does it feel so much better to have those kind of cards in your hand versus some of these little slick feeling. Just I don't know. It feels like I got in a airport.
But I also don't want to pay Chip Theory cost.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Like it's that balance. It's such a balance. I had some stories to tell y'all about some of the interview I had about somebody in their game and how much they had to pay for it. Because anyway, that's a whole different thing.
Yeah, we'll have to bring that up sometime.
Yeah.
So anyway, definitely leave a comment below and tell us, do you think that there is space in the marketplace for both the Star Wars Deck Builder and Star Wars Limited?
Yeah.
You see them
It's for the people who don't like TCG.
Mm-hmm.
Well, give your opinion down below.
Who like deck builders?
Yeah,
we'd love your comment down below.
You have to know the IP.
Please leave your comment below.
Yes, please leave. You want?
We would love the comment.
Whatever he's doing.
Yeah, the giveaway. Yeah, yeah, the giveaway.
Giveaway.
We're gonna do a giveaway.
You're gonna do a giveaway.
We're gonna announce this soon.
Yes, soon.
And leave your comment below.
Yeah.
Hey, subscribe.
All right. So Shay, what time is it?
Honestly, it's time to get something to eat. I'm so hungry.
It is running late.
Wrong
I'm
answer.
definitely way past
Not
dinner.
wrong. You're not hungry?
I'm fat. I'm always hungry.
The answer is
I
it's
didn't get
time
this
for Tabletop Picks.
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
That too. It's time for
Okay.
that.
All right.
Table Topics. This is our chance to talk about something going on in the board game industry or some kind of fun, whatever we want it to be. Let's just call it what it is. So this week's Table Topics is, gentlemen, it is time for us to become big boys at the table.
The fact that you didn't start with like, gentlemen, start your engines. I was so ready for that. I don't know why. It just felt right. I don't know why. It felt right. I don't know what it is.
Well, I'm sorry for that, but it is time to start the engines. It's time to pack the cars because Champions Tabletop are hitting the road. And we will be heading to Origins in Columbus,
yes.
Ohio. The only negative about it is it's in Ohio, the armpit of Michigan.
Dang, that is so true.
I'm not going to beat up on my fellow Ohioans. We love you.
No, we don't.
They love you. He loved you. Voss Media loves you.
That's right. I might put a shop at Voss Media if I'm in Ohio one day.
They won't visit.
Voss Media Board Game Cafe in your favorite city of Ohio.
I
Toledo.
will-
Toledo would be a great place to put.
I'm going to pull a Woody Hayes.
Uh-huh.
Just like he refused to fill the team bus when they came to Michigan, I'm not going to fill my car up when we get to Ohio. Talk
because
to
you
him.
have an electric car.
I'm not going to fill it up with gas. That's a promise.
Oh my goodness.
So with that said, so we're going to talk a little bit about Origins. This video should be coming out right before Origins comes out.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, right off the top of your heads, tell us your thoughts on Origins. Unfortunately, just real quick, I do want to say we were going to do Gen Con this year, but unfortunately with schedules, we're not going to be able to do it. So this is our opportunity to kind of get some time with some of the people in the industry. So gentlemen, just to kind of start off, this is our first convention with media badges. That's why I say we're the big boys at the table. We're gonna have media badges, bringing you some insider information. So thoughts?
I got notes. That's why I'm pulling things up.
So he's pulling up his phone.
I'm pulling up my phone.
He actually came prepared.
I came because I was so excited. Like I heard, I heard what's the word? I had the assignment. I figured out the assignment and I wanted to. You know what?
Came ready for the assignment.
I'm proud of you.
Assignment.
I'm proud of you.
And
Thanks for taking the time.
I have a whole bunch. I'm not going to go through it, but
That's a lot of notes, actually.
I got pages.
Did ChatGPT write that for you?
No, I don't
Okay.
know. That's what makes it even better.
Okay,
This is all fit. Well, I mean, chat. No, we're not going to talk about that right now.
Okay.
Cool. So
I gotta keep these guys on track. All that. I
got
swear,
to.
you guys are so off the rails tonight.
look, it's not even off the rails tonight. I'm tired. No, I'm tired.
Anyways,
Anyway, so I'm going to say just something that is like,
Go ahead.
okay, I am so looking forward for Dungeon Kart. Dungeon Kart is going to be
Mario Kart of
the Mario Kart of
Toads.
yes,
What's that game is off of?
It's games off of Boss Monster.
Boss Monster. Okay.
I want to play that because I love racing games.
Okay.
So I want to try that.
And what booth would who's going to be doing that?
That's Brotherwise Games.
Brotherwise. We'll have to swing by there and check that out.
Yeah. So there's that one.
Because they also have Super Boss Monster.
Yeah, Super
Boss Monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it looks like an N64 case,
Yeah,
which I thought was
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
There's one that I want to get that is definitely like it's more of a pity thing. Not pity because the game, but pity because what it's called adulthood. Anyway, you try to make your best adulthood.
That's depressing.
It's depressing, but I feel like it could be interesting.
Okay.
And
Is
so-
it an RPG game where it's like,
No.
I'm an adult now. I went to work in my cubicle and I pushed some papers around.
I don't know about you,
today.
Shay, but I've been playing that game for a very long time and I hate it. It's a bad game.
I want the expansion Youth again.
Yeah. How do you get the?
I'm trying to play a game so I can get better. Like I want to see how it could work.
Yeah. Well,
Like how it
the
could
game
do
the
it.
game of life sucks.
Yes.
Sorry.
But it's like live your best adult life. Every turn, this game challenges 1 to 4 players. Like I have the whole notes. Like literally,
No,
people, I got
no,
notes,
You
but I don't want to
win.
go through it.
No, you win.
Y'all should say yours because I got some more.
Dion, what are some initial things that you're excited about?
Well, us
Or
going
not
with-
excited about?
Us
Like,
going with the media badge, I'm very excited about us getting in and talking to some people. I can't wait to see my good friends at Van Ryder Games. Can't wait to see them again.
Makes one of
Jamie
the best
and
games ever.
Jamie and Byron and AJ. I can't wait to just stop by and say hi to them. I was looking through the list. That's how much prep I did. And there wasn't a ton I was super excited about on there. Like most of the games I play are not there. So I guess I'm excited to find something that surprises me. That's what I'm looking for. I also can't wait to talk to our partners this month, Pegasus Spiel. There is some rumoring type of things that well, not really rumor. They've not broken off, but they've focused on North America, which allowed us to partner with them and work with them a little bit because they have a whole group. Anton and the boys, or Anton and the people. I don't want to say boys. Anton and the folks,
group,
the group,
boys, yes,
da boys. They're focusing on North America, and he said they're going to add some titles that they might not add over in Germany, which is cool because usually when you have a big name like that, you live off that name, which they are already a good step forward. And I think a lot of their games are very underrated because they're a good.
a lot of them have a very European feel.
Well, that's why I love them. I think they're a good mid game. Them and Devere are like great mid game, like a mid level Euro games, right? So if you like Euro games, they're a good way to get something to the table, get it played quick, and get that feeling without having to set 3-4 hours to get it done. You don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
So I want to talk to them about what's coming up and what they've got focused on, and I think they could probably tell me. Hopefully, they can tell us something. But to set and just talk with some of the guys, the new creators, things like that. I think we'll have the opportunity at this one, Origins, to see more of the indie guys. I think. That we really don't normally. We've never heard of the game, so they get a chance to tell us about it. Tell our listeners, our viewers. And I'm excited to do that. Just kind of play on a different angle. Cause I'm usually going to these events going, okay, what should I carry in my store? Right. And my whole mentality is how do I create partnerships based on what I can bring my customers here? But now we have a world full of people that we're presenting to weekly. So I'm really excited the opportunity to present with them some things that we can find for them or see or show them the people that can't make it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that kind of right off the bat, because again, my first foray with conventions was last year at Gen Con, and it was just a overwhelming experience in only the best way possible. The first day I was there, I was like, man, can I make 3 full days of walking through this convention hall? And the answer was yes. Yes, I could. Thank God I had some friends with me who could become pack mules for me to carry because I bought way too much day one. And then I bought more day 2. It was ridiculous. So I don't expect that kind of experience, because part of what, again, not having been to Origins before, but I think part of the problem that hurts Origin is it's about a month away from Gen Con. And the first thing that I noticed was there's going to be no Stone Meyer, so we're not going to get to see our boy Jamie. No Asmodee, which cuts out half the board game industry. AEG is not going to be there. Awakened Realms is not going to be there. CMON's not going to be there. Fantasy Flight's not going to be there. And our buddy Donald Schultz may not be there because I didn't see Plaid Hat Games on there.
I didn't see that either.
And so I think, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of the biggest names in the industry that are not going to be at it. And I think part of the DeVere is another one.
Yeah, they're another one of mine. I was looking at
that they're not going to be there. And I think it kind of bums me out a little bit, especially since we can't make it to Gen Con this year, that we're not going to see some of these big names. Ivy Studios, another one I love, not going to be there.
Well, I think like that is a good thing for the people who are going to be there.
Yeah.
You don't have like, you will, because like, yes, Van Ryder, I'm gonna if
Van Ryder will be there.
I narrowed in, but there are some games like I never heard of, and that's why I love looking at that list because I never thought. I don't know what the game is about. I mean,
there's a lot of dice companies there. Like they probably got like 2 rows of just dice.
Oh yeah, definitely. And what's cool is Origins is smaller comparative to
the Gen Con. Yep.
So for
everything's smaller compared to Gen Con.
Yeah, right.
But for people who, may get anxiety for seeing a whole bunch of people at the exact same time crowding them, and they have to go to the quiet room every time. In fact, actually was the worst time I had to do it. Anyway, I'm not talking about me. But the point is, Origin is smaller. It is, you definitely can see everything. Good time. So like you don't feel like you have to miss something, especially if you go through all the days. Like you can have your corral and go through everything. Maybe 1 or 2 days to find everything there, and then you can go. Like if you have events, you won't feel bad for going to events because I gotta go to the vendor shop. No, I feel like that's good. And they had there was a group that ran horror games. Like they were exclusively like a group around in Ohio which ran horror games. And they was this horror game that was in play testing that I played last time I went to it. And they just was a vibe and I loved. Some of my favorite games
didn't get the hype around them that you would get. And I think a show like this that can focus on, you're not focusing on the big dogs, right? The big dogs aren't going to be there. So, and some big dogs are going to be there, by the way. Pegasus Spiel is going to be there, which is a very big dog.
Capstone
Games, which is a very big dog. There are some big dogs there. Don't get me wrong. However, I think without having the shine of like Asmodee and some other of these companies, I think that you're still, I think it's good for the industry. I think this is a great one for us to get our feet wet in. I think that it's a great one for us to introduce our public to some new games that they might not ever see at a, Gen Con you just can't get to because you're trying to get to everything big. And I want to be honest with you. To me, Gen Con's not the best for what I like to do. Gen Con is based for the average public person, right? They go there and they spend a ton of money.
That's me.
And it just doesn't really benefit other than probably like the first day that they don't let anybody else in, just retailers, but it doesn't really benefit me trying to create business relationships where they're trying to teach a game to everyday people, right? I'm just in the way at that point. And so I'm a secondary market for them where I want, I want to have that interaction. So hopefully Origins will give us that, right? Give us that interaction.
And I think it's going to be a lot more intimate and by being smaller, obviously what we hope to be able to bring with our podcast is hopefully a lot more interviews. And I think the time that they've allocated, and we're going to obviously reach out to some of people that we've met along the way to try to make sure that we get some scheduled interviews. Hopefully, because it is smaller, we will have more chances to get time with people for some exclusive interviews.
Hopefully
that I'm going to see how many of my TikTok friends are going to be at Origins and have booths. Because I'm just going to do a mad dash. I think that's going to be fun. That will be fun. Maybe. If I can.
It didn't sound like you said. I think you said booths, right?
Booths.
Yeah, that's what he said. Booths.
Oh, it didn't sound like that.
Oh.
Did it?
This is a kid's show. Kid's show.
I was just like, what a random thing to say. What a ridiculously random thing to say.
so stupid.
I was like, did he just say that? That's why I looked at it. I was just like, wait, what?
TikTok friends
What?
On my TikTok.
who have boobs and then go, I'm going to check you out. I'm gonna check them. Now you
Oh,
definitely-
check him out.
Go rapid fire.
And by the way, happy birthday to my wife.
Happy birthday to my wife.
I love you.
I was
together.
I was with you, buddy.
Thank you. No, we're 93%. We're
Yeah,
here.
we're there. My gosh, you're off of the quarterback. We know where your mind's at. I'm gonna run through him rapidly. He just looks at me like, "Oh my god, did you hear what he just said?"
Wow, great show.
So,
So to bring it more wholesome, the one game I want to bring up,
yes,
I really
do you?
the two
Do your
games
list.
I want to bring up is I don't know how to say that word. It's no corridor.
Corridor, yeah.
Corridor. The Pac-Man version.
Hachette Games is supposed to be there.
Yes.
I think it's Hachette. I call it
it's-
Hatchet, but it's never
Yes.
Hatchet Games. They're a French company.
Give Matt. I got from the Board Game Geek Gig Matt.
Gigmatic, yeah, which is
Gigmatic.
Hachette, which is
Yeah.
the same thing. But we actually, Voss Media Board Game Cafe has worked very closely with them. Like we've got,
Mhm,
because we do Edge, which is educational teaching environment, or educational gaming experiences anyway. So we've worked with them with emotional learning through Corridor. So
Mhm,
I've seen
mhm.
Corridor a lot. I have a lot of, I've got cases upon cases of them in the back that we take to these events. So
Mhm.
anyway, thanks to Hachette for meeting with us. They actually walked through the store. The I can't remember, it's T is her name, but I think she's like the president or something of the for North America. And I showed her around the store. Also the other gentleman, the sales manager that runs the booth for them and everything else. I've met him multiple times. Great dude. He sent me home with all of those games that I were giving away for Decrypto.
The crypto.
Yeah, he sent me home with a ton of Decrypto I was giving away. So they're a great company. I can't wait to just have a quick conversation with them. And I've already reached out to them, and hopefully we'll sit down, and I definitely will be bringing up Pac-Man Corridor because I think
That
they
looks
said they're
good.
releasing it in August, probably at Gen Con.
Yeah, probably,
So hopefully
but-
they can tell me something about it.
They have because I seen prototypes. So
Oh, okay, so maybe they have it there. We could play it.
We could play it because
Yeah,
I
maybe we could play it.
I really
Maybe
want.
with the 4-player, everybody else
That's what I'm
is
saying.
Ghost and one person is
And then
Pac-Man, and you're
that's
trying to
what-
chase them
that's
down.
what I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's what I think it is.
That'd be cool.
And they have two. Oh, I got it. They have two. Anyway, we don't have to read the whole thing. But I'm excited for that. The one game I'm like 100% excited. And there is actually horror games that I have on my list that I'm not going to say. This is how excited I am for this. It is called I don't know if it's SETI. It's SETI. SETI.
So, yeah, that's on my list.
Search for
Extraterrestrial.
yes, that thing.
I can't say it either.
I can't say extraterrestrial.
For the
intelligence.
record, it's like midnight when we're filming this. So
But the fact, no, I seen this game and
Yeah.
I thought of
I like it
you.
too. Thought of me?
Yeah, space.
Well, I do like space.
I thought
yeah, SETI looks good.
The Final Frontier.
yes, and I seen the board kind of rotates, and you gotta.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's like
I'll have to check it out.
I seen
Yeah.
like they still like they haven't have the like the whole thing yet. They haven't like had the whole because they said even because I've been watching videos like I was excited for this. They don't have like the final thing, but they definitely have a working prototype that they've been showing off.
That's
So
And it's CGE Games who
Mhm.
makes Kuntahara.
yeah,
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
like.
Oh, I
and Lost
love
Ruins of
Kuntahara.
Arnak. And
Kuntahara is my favorite game of this year so far. I know it came out late last year, but I didn't get it to the table to the beginning of this year. Right now, it's
Yeah.
currently my
Yes.
favorite game of this year.
yes.
I've really enjoyed it.
That
And
means my current favorite game of the year is Dead by Dead. Oh, I got not because you didn't get into the shop until. Oh no, I got introduced last year. Sorry, this is a whole different thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're not
sorry,
talking
excited.
Golden Meeples yet. Who again?
No.
Let's not forget
well, he was thinking
Golden Geeks
He was thinking Voss Media Board Game Cafe's
trivia show.
No, that's also gonna happen. but
Gamers Eve.
Gamers Eve.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
we get the gamers get to pick like the games they got introduced this year.
Mm.
And I mean, technicality, we didn't get the game in the shop until this year.
Yep, in July, we're doing Spiel Summer Festival, which is Games Summer Festival.
Mhm.
And we're going to do we're going to do a very similar overnight event. So
But the point is, I'm excited for this game.
Yes,
I'm
that's
so excited for this game.
yeah, I want to check it out.
I thought you were going to say Moose Match Mayhem
Nope.
by Dolphin Hat Games,
I know.
manufacturers, of course, of Taco
By
Camp
Coco
Cheese Pizza.
I've seen it.
And I had a chance to meet Dave Campbell at last year's Gen Con. Super cool guy. One of my favorite cards I have for that game now is he gives out these at conventions. We'll probably get one again. It's a card that you have for Hi, I Met Dave. And he signs it. And you can actually play with that card in the game, which is kind of fun. But he's a Campbell. I'm a McDonald, so we hate each other. It's a heritage thing. You guys don't get it. Scottish thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to bore you, but there's a long history of McDonald's and Campbell's. It's bloody.
I mean, one's ketchup and one's soup.
Well,
Campbell's the soup, and then
Soup?
McDonald's is
ketchup? No, McDonald's.
McDonald's ketchup because it's McDonald's like food, like the McDonald's,
gotcha.
like McDonald's.
Oh, I thought you were going to say one's burgers, one's.
No. One's soup, one's
one's
because you said
burgers.
blood. I was going with the bit.
Oh, okay. I failed.
So if you want to bring up food, the other one out
there, that's at 3 or 4%.
The other one I'm kind of excited for. I want to see this one is from Arcane Wonders. It's called Vegetable Stock.
Are they going to be there?
Yeah.
Arcane Wonders is gonna be there?
Yeah. Vegetable Stock is going to be a stock trading game.
Yeah.
With vegetables.
Yep. I feel like I played this game. Did I play this game?
So this is what I see Origins being. You dragging me around. Very unhappy to see some of this dumb shit.
Oh, there's going to be one place
stuff you're going to show.
There's one place you're going to be drugged, and that's to the open play of Crokinole.
They are doing that.
They are doing that. We're going to be doing it. We will be there, and I will absolutely film that.
We will not be there.
I'm just going to go through my list because I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go quickly. Donut shop I want to play.
Yeah, Donut Shop's been out for a while.
Speaking
I
of
think
food,
I have it over there.
I'm going to say the one that's also food.
Yeah.
How about from All Play?
Bacon! Yes, that's on my list too.
I don't even know what it is.
Me neither.
But it's bacon.
Yeah, see, we're right here.
There we go. That's 67% out.
67% now. Yes, because
I'm a fat guy. I like bacon.
I was going to say 69 out of habit.
bacon.
Kid show.
But kid show.
So I'm not
we're right here.
67%.
But yeah, bacon is definitely there.
How do you not have it on your list?
Oh
It's
god,
literally bacon.
Sirens is a 2-player game that I want to see. Like you're like the Sirens is trying to make this 2-player game. You try to get the person, get the sailors trying to go on the other side, and you try to lure them. And that was horror, but go ahead. Oh god, another group. The people who made Corridor is making a game called Katamoto Tower, which is basically a 3D circle Tetris. Like I will show you. I'm not gonna show all the pictures.
You gotta have pictures.
I'll do pictures. Fine. I'll do, but I will show. Like it is so interesting because it's like a work together game. It's like a cooperative game, but you have these Tetris pieces, but they're all rounded. So you're trying to stack them in the right way. And I don't know how it's played, but I looked at it and I was like, that's a Shay game. The Shay loves Tetris.
Okay.
Shay loves, so got that. Vampire Village, because again,
You see a trend.
you see a trend, Bacon. Super Kawaii Pets by Arcade Wonders. Super Kawaii Pets. It's gonna be a cute game, and I
Super
love
cute pets.
and
Okay.
I need how I feel about that. I love cute games. And Mori, which things about All Play. We got Defrag.
I didn't see the op there. The op guys there. I didn't see.
it, but I just
For what?
I didn't see the op there either.
Ah,
The op.
the op.
Yeah, they're
Freaking
they just did. We just did a game called 10 Days in USA with them.
yep.
And it wasn't bad. It was a good educational game.
They do oh god, why am I blinking out right now?
Yeah, they do a lot.
There's a
surfers
perfect wave.
Perfect Wave.
They did the art project, right?
They've done a few. Yeah, they've done a few good, decent games that aren't like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever, but good games to bring to the table, quick, easy to teach, with a little bit of strategy.
Yeah.
Like they do really good with those games. And I mean, they've got a lot
service. That wasn't it? Delivery Surfer. It was the one that was like you had to get the packages in different places.
Oh, yeah. I think that was them. Yeah.
So hopefully they're there.
I didn't see them there, but maybe we'll see them there.
And it's still weak. People will be like,
but again, that's another big player that would be gone, which would open the door for some of the smaller players. I don't know the history of Origins or why. I know Gamma was one of my favorite events of the year so far. Like so far, my year goes from September to September. That's where because I have to prep in order for Christmas. Christmas is amazing, and then it's downtime, and then it's prep again, right? So I usually start my looking of what I'm getting around the summer, September, all the hype of, Christmas, all the hype of Gen Con. But I don't usually go to Gen Con, but I go definitely the month after. I go to Alliance Game Show, which is one of my distributors. And usually I get bombarded with everything they bombarded you at Gen Con with, which is good. But I'm wondering the history of Origins and why. If anybody knows, put it in the comments. Let me know.
I'll just highlight the 3 other games that I find myself actually pretty excited about. One of them, Aquatica, is going to be having a second expansion. It's
Really?
called Coral.
I love Aquatica.
Yeah,
God, it's
Aquatica.
such a good game.
Yeah, great game. So this is going to be their second expansion called Coral Reefs. So excited to learn more about that and see what they're going to do to enhance that game. Great. I love the little stinger.
Although the stingrays are nice, the fact that you're sliding this card up and down by popping those bubbles, and then you're bottoming out, and then you got to play the cards. It's action selection, and you get like one card is different than everybody else at the table. Everybody else is playing with the same cards. It's just how you utilize those actions, which is almost worker placement-ish, but you're selecting the action. I really like it. I think it's a very, very well done game. I'm not sure what else you can add to it. I didn't get the last expansion because I didn't feel like it added enough kind of, to what the base game is. And
That's on my shelf of opportunity, that expansion.
It is really the expansion is. We'll have to get it out and pop and play it sometime because
We'll take it with us.
I really like Aquatica. I think Aquatica is an amazing game that just got overlooked. It's one of those again that just got overlooked. So maybe you need events like this to see those.
Exactly.
The second one is Clans of Midgard, made by Grey Wolf Games. Grey Wolf's got some very good games. I'm excited to see them. Last Light was one of the more recent ones I cannot get. But obviously, Champions of Midgard is kind of the grandfather for that.
One. I'm trying to think of the name of it that when I was looking at them that I'm excited for. Great Wolf.
Grey
Wolf. Yes, those guys. Not great. Oh, it would be silly to be great.
They're also great Grey Wolves.
Great Grey Wolves.
Yeah, they're older.
They're older Grey Wolves.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The last one on my list that I'm really excited about is Roads of Fortune, which is an expansion for Foundations of Rome, which is a polyomino game, I still contend is easily the best packaged board game that has ever been created.
I would disagree as a retailer.
That is a polyomino.
Well, the
game?
space, yeah, but in terms of like how it's stacked in there, you literally just take the top off and you pull your tray out, and everything is perfectly in the tray.
You're talking about like organizations.
Well, it looks beautiful on a table. The problem is that if you didn't back it in Kickstarter, you can't get that game, that style, right? Like as a retailer. So it wasn't the best
fair
approach. Isn't it Arcade Wonders as well? I know what is it? It's
I don't remember.
I forget.
I just didn't know it was polyomino. Now I really want to play it.
Well, yeah. Effectively, you're buying.
It's very simplistic game.
Yeah, it's a simple game, but
it looks beautiful on the table. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Especially if you paint the minis, or the people who got the Sundrop version.
Yeah,
I did not, unfortunately, and I regret it. But I've seen some people on BGG who have actually taken the time to paint them, and it just looks stunning. But effectively, it's a little bit of an auction type of game. You're buying spaces, and based on the spaces that you buy, you can build different buildings, gather points. It's not an overly complex game, but it's fun, it's simple, and more importantly, it's just stunning on the table. So I'm excited to see what they do to add a little more depth to that game, and Roads of Foundation will be there. Anything else, Shay, that you have?
Oh, I have a lot, but we.
What's one more that you're excited about?
One more.
Okay, one more. I got you. Where are you? I just passed it because I was like going to talk the Paradox Initiative.
Paradox Initiative?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like an RPG or?
No. These are all board games.
Okay. I know they got a ton of good RPGs showing out there.
Oh, yeah.
We didn't even get into that.
I didn't even get into
that. Yeah, that's a bunch of good tabletop role-playing games coming out. Yeah.
But what I stick with board games, mostly because Board Game Geek don't really talk about RPG.
I don't. Do they have like a board game?
They have
for RPG.
They have RPG Geek.
Do they have RPG Geek?
Yeah.
Is that like?
But
can you go on there and
you probably
the RPGs you have and add a list like you do board game? Watch videos on them and stuff like that.
You know how much I love RPGs. I don't use them.
I don't know enough about it. I do know that.
I know it exists.
I know you can find
it. From Shut Up and Sit Down started a whole new YouTube channel just on tabletop RPG games.
Really?
So
that's cool.
And he's my favorite part of Shut Up and Sit Down. So I think he's kind of stepped away from that channel a bit. To be honest with you, I don't really care for the other guys.
Oh well, dang, we now arguing with
Yeah,
them.
I know.
Wow,
Wait a
fired.
minute.
We talked about
No,
this.
I mean, I love Quinn, so I'm all on board with him. So I watch his channel. It's great.
Well, I like RPGs. I think that's one of the staples of tabletop gaming.
Mhm.
I think that it is a great way to sit around the table and have fun with each other, kind of in a party type of atmosphere without having to any kind of stress on the game or anything like that.
And I still want us to do that wrestling too for where we do the wrestling RPG into the Rumble Slam.
Yes, I got
tabletop.
Yeah,
What's
that'd
your
be
name?
I told you I have the system.
That'd be fun.
I know the system.
That'd be fun.
We could do it.
So we'll go ahead and wrap
What's
up
just
there.
improv. It's improv with dice rolling. That's all.
Yes.
It's all tabletop role playing.
Really is. It is
It's like,
so
here,
good.
this is who you are. This is what you're doing. Play that role.
Man, I'm gonna have to do
So-
an RPG corner because there's so many good RPGs.
Yeah, right. Like I do them on 5 and 5. When I
Yeah,
see
I know.
one, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
oh, I like that. And I add it on there.
You just did. What was it? It was a movie. It's Escape from New York. You did an RPG for that one.
No,
right?
that was a board game. That was a board game.
There was something. I know you because I've seen it. I'm like, oh, I can't remember.
Eat the Reich.
Eat the right. Yeah, eat the right. That's what it was. Yes.
And I even bought it to put in the store. Sold the first day I set it on the
Of
shelf.
course you did.
Because it was one that I was like, I don't really want to buy this book, but I was like, man, I gotta support this guy. Like he's off the wall crazy. And it looked really good. It's a scenario based, and it's all role playing, which is kind of cool. Your vampires dropped behind the lines, trying to make your way to eat Adolf Hitler's or drink Adolf Hitler's blood.
You see why I want it. It's a couple
like
of things that
Doom.
I feel passionate about. It's
like Duke Nukem mixed with like Wolfenstein. It's pretty cool. They look pretty cool. Anyway,
There's something for everybody.
I know it looked cool. I was down with it.
So with that said, we'll go ahead and move on. But we're really excited to bring Origins to you in a couple weeks here and next week when this airs. So looking forward to that and really honestly looking forward to spending some time with you guys and hopefully playing some games. And honestly, I'll wrap up by saying I think maybe that's what I'm most excited for. Origins will be to play games. Not, I mean, you guys just happen to be there, but but yeah, I mean, you'll be there. That's cool. You'll
follow me.
That's neat.
Went down
That's
to
a thing.
63 again.
So with that, we'll go ahead and move on to Game of the Week. So Shay, why don't you kick us off with your Game of the Week?
All right. So I got two because one is more of a game update. And then the second one is actually my game of the week because I've been painting my minis
I've been painting your minis,
and I almost got them done.
breaking trends too.
Look at you.
You don't
Look
care
at
that it
me.
was supposed to be a dove.
You don't care. Oh, yeah. Oh, the dove is going to be a raven because ravens are turning into my favorite. But my game of the week, and we already talked about it. No, I'm not going to do Dead by Daylight because I did that a couple of weeks ago. I was going to do Dead by Daylight because we were about to play
The collector's edition.
The
I
collector
think you did
edition.
that one already.
Yeah, we did that again. So I will think of something different. My game of the week.
It's like
No. My game of the week is Lorcana. It's easy because I just played this very jank deck, like this really jank deck. Like here, we're here now. I played a straight up Flowsome on Jetsum deck that had nothing but Flowsome and Jetsums and Ursulas, and I had to because I don't own all the cards. That's the whole different story. I couldn't get like the true things, but I did watch, and this is for the OGs on Once Upon a Time, that show, season 4, episode 13. Cruella DeVille shows up. Ursula shows up with Cruella DeVille and Magnificent, and so I added that in there because they're friends. It's canon. It's Disney canon. But yeah, so Lorcana is going to be my game of the week. Who's next? Dion.
Oh, me? Okay, sorry. I actually have two games as well. Well, you didn't really have two games. Anyway, I have two games. So one we recently played, but
I feel like this show is really taking a drop right now.
It is, right? It's totally dropped off. One of them that I did that I want to kind of point out is called from Game Night Media Soundtrack Trivia. Now you're like, trivia game? Really, Dion? Yes, because I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies and I love music in movies. So this one gamifies the ability to listen to the music, play it, all that great stuff. However, what's really cool about this one, and I got to open it to show it.
Yeah.
They sent me this, by the way. So I am definitely sponsored here. They sent this really cool sound bar
Mm-hmm.
that comes in the game that you hook it up. Can you see that? Is it good? Okay.
You're good.
Okay. Anyway, you hook it up to your
Like tablet or something.
tablet, and
Or
you
phone.
play the game from the tablet. And it plays the sound right out of the sound bar, so everybody at the table can hear it and have fun with it. We just tried it recently. We're actually doing a trivia night here at Voss Media, and we're going to be doing that on Friday as well. But all the pieces are so nice. Like, look at the popcorn. Can you see the popcorn? Look at the popcorn. Anyway, it's a pretty cool little game. So the
Focus.
guys
We have a mission.
I know, right? Focus, focus. The guys at what was it? I don't want to poop all over them. Game Night Media, Soundtrack Trivia. I met them at Gamma.
Okay.
Good dudes. Anyway, they sent me a copy of that to do here for that event. I bought a couple copies to put on my shelf. I'm not a huge trivia guy, but I am excited to do that this Friday. The one that is going to be my game of the month, or game of the week, sorry, is actually Zhen. Okay, this game looks really, really good. It's by our friends at Pegasus Spiel, doing our Spiel game, our Spiel Summer Festival. It says, it looks really good. I'm excited to play it. I have yet to play it, but it is definitely in my realm of what I like. Just look at it. That looks amazing. That looks really, really good.
I've seen it.
It would help if Shay maybe has a picture that you could send him. So
No,
everybody
I- he can just rip it off the internet.
Okay.
We have this thing called the internet.
internet.
Yes. Something you can go on and get all the pictures you want. I'm just holding it up in front of my face. I don't want to read the back of it because that's
Right,
cheating, but it is one to four players. I'm excited about that one. So for me, the game of the week is something I'm looking forward to playing and less about something I've played and enjoyed. Although both of them, I did play the soundtrack trivia in order to prepare for trivia night, and we enjoyed it. We had a blast, and it was with a bunch of lower kind of people, and they all wanted to do animation. That's all they ever wanted to do. They didn't really care about any other subject. But it was really fun because you move the little piece along, and then where you land, you get to answer the question based on what's going on. So it's really good. Great game. Anyway, your turn.
All right. So
Let me 1 second, because I have a grievance because somebody didn't know what 8 Mile was. I heard that somebody didn't know what 8 Mile was, and I was pissed. Okay, Matt.
I'm about to lose myself in the moment, but I'm going to own it.
Okay.
Never let it go.
I don't. Okay. You got mom spaghetti on your shirt.
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
All right. So my game of the week this week is going to be kind of a
Houdini.
a game that I don't know that a lot of people out there will actually know. Now, I'm a big sports guy, and one of the videos that we want to eventually put together is like the top 10 best sports board games, which is just basically the top. It's basically all the sports board games on a list.
Yeah.
Just kind of
There's only like
which one we
10
like.
decent ones.
It's I feel like this is going to be a video of you because I don't know any sports games.
No, it's definitely be me and him.
Yeah.
Y'all two,
Yeah.
y'all two, yeah.
So when we do solo, it could be you two because I don't need to be in that one.
Yeah, no,
But we need to when we do this one. I think it'd be a good one.
But yeah, so this one
But
just
anyway.
came out on Kickstarter that I backed, and it's by Mr. B Games.
Oh, it's Lords of Baseball.
It's called.
I thought you said it was okay. Go
That
ahead.
was a very big reaction.
I thought you said it was something else.
Was that an
I've heard
exciting
of Lords of
reaction?
Baseball.
No,
I thought you said it was something else. I never.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I said it's Lords of Baseball. So by L4 Studios, Mr. B Games. This is the best way I can put this is a Euro game,
Yeah.
which
it
is right up D's.
Yeah,
alley.
it is.
A Euro game mixed with accounting, mixed with a little bit of dice rolling and card development. So effectively, you and up to 8 players can play a season together. You can play anywhere from 1, 3, 5, and I think up to 7 seasons. Where effectively each year you're trying to do draft, you're trying to do free agency,
Okay.
you're trying to develop your prospects in your minor leagues, bring them into the pros. They help your team. It's a very simple thing where you do simple dice mechanics to kind of decide the game's winners, which are basically like series winners. That's
Yep.
kind of how you get through a season pretty quickly. But the stronger that your team is built, the better that your dice rolls become. So overall, it's kind of an easy game to kind of move through, but it's not just about winning on the field. It's also about building your team. It's also about building your franchise, making sure that your stadium is built up and having value there, making sure your organization is built up and having value there as well. So there's a lot of different components outside of just winning on the field that help you win this game and gather points. Because again, it is like a Euro. It has victory points, and that's how you decide who wins. So Aesthetically, it's kind of got like an early 20th century look to it. Think of like the Chicago White Sox era. I'm sorry, the Chicago Black Sox era. Those early 1900s teams with the cotton caps and the long socks. So it aesthetically kind of hits a really big itch that I have as a
It would have been better
big baseball fan.
if they got like MLB's old school players. Like that would have been so much better to be able to like Mickey Mantle and those kinds of guys.
Yeah.
I know that the
Money.
characters don't. I agree. 1000%. Like try to put an IP. But it seems like you could have went to wherever the Baseball Hall of Fame is. I'm not sure.
Cooperstown.
Okay, you could have seemed like you could have went to Cooperstown and been like, hey,
Money.
let's put one of
It
these in.
cost way too much money.
Probably.
Now, what they did was kind of neat with this is if you backed it with enough money, you actually were a player in this game.
Oh,
So
that's
you'd
cool.
send your picture in and they put the backers into the game, which was pretty cool.
They did that with that serial killer game where you got to kill actually real people in a serial killer. Wow. Because they were real, like driver's license pictures of real people. It was horrible. Anyway,
But
yeah.
so like I said, I've played it a little bit. Haven't really scratched deep into it yet, but really excited
It's
to
a
get
good
more
game.
time with it.
I've watched it played a couple times now.
Have you?
Yeah. I thought when you said of baseball, I thought you meant history of baseball, which is another board game, which mixes the old style. The one you were naming off from eBay last week, Stratomatic a couple weeks ago. It mixes the old school Stratomatic games with a little bit of future, but you use, they weren't real people. They were all made up people as well, just like this one. But I didn't know it was Lords of Baseball. I've watched this played a couple times. I'm again a sports fan as well, and I think that it's a good game. I'll tell you that it's a decent game.
Maybe
Mr. B did okay with it.
Maybe we'll take this to Origins with
He
us.
dropped out of selling coats. Mr. B's did, and he got into games.
That's a local Michigan joke there. So
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. B's
B's
warehouse.
Warehouse is
It's
local.
not- yeah, that's local. That's like
Is that-
Detroit.
really?
That's like Detroit.
Oh well, that's
Flint,
I'm showing my
Mr.
Michigander.
B.
My Michigander showing. I apologize. Let me cover that up.
Let's have a Vergers pop.
Hey,
Hey, good buddies.
Yes. Oh, we gotta get a version
buddies.
too.
Really? Is that a buddies?
Hey, good
Is it?
buddies.
You gotta
Guys,
get a
I think
Boston-
guys.
You gotta get a Boston cooler. That's what you gotta get.
Boston. That's from Boston. That's
No,
not
no, no,
Vergers
no,
with
no,
ice
no, no.
cream.
It's Vergers ice cream.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
They
called-
foolishly called it
They
Boston.
call it Boston coolers because
Dumb.
I don't know.
Why did Boston steal that from us, Michigan? Hey, we want that back.
Right.
Right.
Well, I mean, you
Want
gotta
a
put like Hudson.
Michigan cooler.
You gotta put Hudsonville ice cream.
Yeah,
in
you
there.
gotta get like the legit. There's actually oh my god, this is going to be tangential. We should stop.
Yep.
I have tangents, but there's a great place that has that I don't know if they even make it. It's called Halo Burger. It's totally a Flint thing.
It's
But,
a Flint thing. Okay,
Yeah,
I've never
yeah,
been to
yeah.
Halo Burger. I have to go.
you shouldn't go for anything but the drink. But
Okay.
I'll leave that one alone.
That's what I said. We can keep going.
All right. So with that said, gentlemen, we will go ahead and wrap up this week's episode. So again, we're really excited to bring Origins to you. Definitely make sure that you like and subscribe. It means the world to us. It really helps the algorithm. And it helps us kind of build towards our goal of getting to 500 subs, where we're going to do an awesome giveaway. We'll give more details out soon. So with that said, gentlemen, anything you want to say as we wrap up this week?
19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. I think we'll actually leaving on the 19th. So I think it's the 20th, the 21st, 22nd. We will try to put as some content as we can as we go. I know how to upload, so hey, I'm
We're
listen, I'm
trying
kind
to do
of a
some
big deal.
YouTube shorts and
So we'll
everything.
try to do some things to show off some of the things that we're excited about and showing. If you're a member of Voss Media Discord, we're probably going to post them direct, but we are going to I'm excited to go. Maybe not so much with you, but I am excited to go. Anyway, yeah, it's late. No, I don't have anything. Yeah, we've got a lot going on. We just launched our Spiel Summer Festival. Started off with Pegasus Spiel for our first. We're hoping that DeVere will get with us for July, which would be nice. And then we're looking for an August. So we have to go discuss that when we go to there. So I'll get an August one. But we're going to do some amazing things this summer. So I'm very excited and I can't wait because this place is already packed. First week of summer and this place is slimming. So people, when it
Which is
gets
why
hot
we had
out,
to film so late at night.
yeah,
Yes.
they like to come in and play their gamies. So
So my little thing is I'm gonna help like Ian Matt. That's what I'm doing. So I'm gonna put a shame counter for how many weeks it's been since he put out. Is he gonna say he's gonna put out that episode?
And we're because I know he said last week. He said last week he said he needed help, and so I'm just gonna. This is the first one.
For shame.
For shame, and so we're gonna have it right there. You know, I'll put my tracker because I have 2 things actually is going to happen. 2 things there.
So is mine. Totally.
Right. So
Totally
we're gonna put some shame counters.
Thank God Jamie's not going to be there or Donald.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be
Both
so
of them.
embarrassing.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I know, and I'm not disappointing anybody with my stuff.
Anyway,
Do I get a shame counter?
no, because what do you actually put more content on the more both of us.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, take it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Run with it.
So with that said, like I said, my only thing I'm going to wrap up with this week again. Very excited about Origins and getting the media pass and
Absolutely,
starting to
let's
feel
do
like we're a growing channel. So definitely, please again, make sure you subscribe, like the videos, so we can hopefully get to 500 subscribers and really start to see this things take off here. So with that said, gentlemen, we're going to wrap up by saying the thing that everybody loves to say. It's been sweeping the nations. It is.
Nations.
The nations
Oh, it's right because we're heavy in UK right
Yeah,
now.
we're
Yes.
like in multiple nations.
Yes.
Like we've got
around the world.
yeah, we're like viewed in like 12 different countries.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You should look at your YouTube
I
analytics.
should.
You
We're
should.
12 different countries.
Yeah,
Countries,
yeah.
yeah.
We
We've only got like 40 people that watch our shows.
Well,
we got to spread though.
40 people, 40 people, 40 countries.
Yeah.
We're going to visit them all face to face. We're going to show them to your house. You're in the UK. Leave a comment below. Let us know. We'll fly to the UK and say hello to you. I'll be in Amsterdam. I'll actually be in Amsterdam
Will
in
you really?
July.
Look at you.
So if you're in Amsterdam and you watch us, let me know and I will
I've
play
always
a game
wanted
with
to
you.
go. Amsterdam's cool. I've always wanted to go to Amsterdam.
Well,
I flew
there's my
over
thing.
Southeast
If you
Asia,
are in
but-
Europe, if you are in Eastern or Western Europe and you watch us, leave a comment below. Let us know, and I will go play a game with you when I'm.
Oh,
in
wow.
Amsterdam.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That was
That's
him.
commitment. It's commitment.
That's
You'll have to
his
take like a
commitment.
camera and take a picture of you in there.
Yeah, I would. I would. I
Yeah.
would.
Or them,
I would.
whoever it
I'm
is. I
fun.
don't know. Maybe.
I'm fun. All right. So with that said, we're gonna wrap up by saying this: champions, where are you at, Shay? Where are you at?
You gotta do this alone, bit.
Champions, never stop playing.
Hey-o.
Have a wonderful week.
Give it all. Yeah, all that I got, I give it everything. They lost the plot, they think I'm menacing. They wanna talk, but I ain't settling. Circle is tight, feeling like wedding rings. Whole lot of globe fighting, man, they don't know nada. Bro, gotta show something to me and go harder.